Nice sharp inside kick. Responded Drapeau coming forward, but Hamza gets out of the way.
And Nigel Drapeau had a pretty mean look on his face as he was getting introduced. His eyes never left Hamza. And when he's throwing here, you see Hamza more the clinical striker, and Drapeau has bad intentions behind every single thing he throws.
Yeah, it seems like he's throwing those punches, Jeremy, from a little wider an arc than maybe he would with a little more training. But for right now, both fighters exchanging blows, and a nice checked leg kick there after Azizi threw it.
Azizi trying to find his range. You notice he's throwing out the jabs, still trying to find it, but looking to counter every single time Nigel Drapeau steps in.
Nice leg kick there from Drapeau. And again, you can see when Drapeau does connect, Jeremy, that he's connecting with some serious power, knocking Azizi back.
Azizi needs to find a way to get inside those big wild swings. On the other side, Drapeau, hopefully, and we can only tell because we've never seen him fight in the Hard Knocks cage before. We don't know if he has the stamina to last with these bad intention punches for 3 rounds. He's going to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, 4-inch height advantage for Azizi, but so far, anytime he gets a little bit close, you can see that comes in. Nice combination there, ends with the kick to the belly, and another kick to the body there, and followed up with a third one. So Azizi trying to land some strikes. A nice outside leg kick there in response from Drapeau.
And a big body shot there by Azizi. Nice body kick. That one landed nice and flush.
Yeah, again, Drapeau dropping 135 pounds training MMA. And down to the 155-pound weight class.
Now, that's not a weight cut for those of you at
home.
Please do not cut 135 pounds. That was over several years.
Yeah.
Nice shot there from Drapeau.
And Azizi comes forward again, continuing to kick at that midsection, Jeremy, and maybe trying to lure Drapeau into dropping his hands and to block it and then leaving himself over for strikes.
Well, it's already starting to work a little bit because every single time that those kicks come in, those hands are going down.
So we'll see if he then follows it up with punches, as neither one of those or any of those punches really landed.
Less than 10 seconds remaining, and both fighters, I think Azizi, the ring experience showed on there, the cage experience showed, because he heard the clapper and he looked over the ref and said, okay, that's it.
Yeah. So 1 round in the books for Hamza Azizi and Nigel Drapeau. A solid round, Jeremy. I thought that both fighters landed some strikes. A tough round to call because it's going to be whether or not it's the volume of strikes or the damage done, because it certainly seemed like the punches from Drapeau were landing a little harder than the ones from Azizi. But I think on a sheer volume of strikes, Azizi would have won that round.
Well, these kicks, I think, are going to be the big difference, because you look at some of these kicks, and they're landing, and those are landing in good, solid areas. They're nice and flush. They're on the shin, so it's not the foot. When you land the top of the foot, it doesn't do any damage. When you land the shin on that, it does a significant damage, and what those do is they limit the amount of oxygen, limit the amount of air that you're taking in, and anytime you can take away a breath from your opponent, that's going to put you one step closer to being able to secure the fight, if only because they're just not getting enough oxygen to fuel their bodies.
So coaches have been instructed out at the end of the break between round 1 and 2. And Hamza Azizi and Nigel Drapeau will resume hostilities here in round number 2 of this 3-round potential fight. And again, you can see that kick to the midsection coming from Azizi, and Drapeau now charging through that and landing a nice right hand.
Well, I'm betting his corner asked him, hey, are these punches hurting you? And if Drapeau says, no, these punches aren't hurting me, then just come through them. Eat a few, but get inside, and that's where you're going to want to work. You also look at Drapeau, the first kick that Azizi threw, Drapeau dropped his hand and tried to catch it as opposed to try and block it. So we'll see if that comes into play later on in the fight.
Again, continuing to strike here. Drapeau trying to find his reach. Azizi using his reach advantage to his advantage, staying outside of the range of Drapeau's punches.
little bit of blood coming from the nose of Hamza Azizi. So don't know whether that's just a scratch or if that's actually a dripping, bleeding nose. It looks like a bleeding nose now for Azizi.
Drapeau stuck the chin there. A high kick coming through from Azizi that does not connect. Another one to the midsection. Jeremy, it looks like he's targeting that area, and a bit of a welt now coming up on the side of Drapeau's body where those kicks have been landing.
Oh, and a big swing from Drapeau there. But you're right, Ryan. Those welts are coming in on the right side of Nigel Drapeau's body, and he's trying to find the liver. One good shot to the liver, and it's fight over.
Yeah, again, not often I've seen that kind of damage to the body of a fighter from kicks. You sometimes start to see it on the leg, but yeah, that's getting right purple in that area. But to his credit, Drapeau keeps coming forward and swings from the waist on that one.
Some shots that landed there, none of real damage done to Hamza Azizi. But you're right, Ryan. Those shots are coming from the hip. He's just landing those out. That's not clinical. That's I'm going to end you with one punch kind of punching.
Again, another kick to that targeted area. And it's funny, Jeremy, you talk about when fighters start to see a welt grow or a spot grow, that red mark, and it becomes the focus of the attack. I'm going to keep hitting you in that one spot because I know it's going to hurt more and more each time that I do it.
Well, it's like a kid in an ice cream store. If you give him 75 flavors or 75 targets, he's not going to be able to pick one. But if you give him one target and say, this is the only thing that you can have, that's what he's going to go for.
Looks like a low blow here. That's not gonna be any clearer than that right there.
Yeah.
But does not take the 5 minutes to recover. Round number 3 of this fight is underway as Nigel Drapeau takes on Hamza Azizi. Azizi making his amateur debut. Drapeau 0-1 in his amateur mixed martial arts career.
Some more very clinical striking from Azizi.
Oh,
big shot.
he's out. He's out. That fight is over. The big punch lands. Nigel Drapeau is your winner.